Caitlin Clark doing stuff that just no player has ever done before.
I think she's amazing. I watched every time I possibly could. In our league.
You've reached another level when some of the brightest basketball minds in the world start taking notice, and that's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark, following a historic rookie season. She has shattered records and exceeded even the boldest expectations. WNBA coaches have been lining up to give her the recognition she deserves. It's rare for a first-year player to transform an entire league, but Clark has done just that, earning admiration from those who know the game best at just 22 years old. She has already made history as the youngest player to score 25 points in a playoff game and the only player in WNBA history to lead the league in both assists and three-pointers in the same season, with 62 records broken in a single year. Clark isn't just making waves. She's cementing her place in the league's history books like few before.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
What is it about Caitlin Clark that has WNBA coaches calling her a once-in-a-generation talent? What exactly does she do on the court that has veteran strategists labeling her the future of women's basketball? We're about to break down the glowing praise from 10 of the league's top coaches as they explain why Clark is operating on an entirely different level. And if you stick around until the end, you might even hear from some unexpected coaching legends who have something to say about her too at the start of this video. You heard from Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammon before stepping into coaching. Hammon was a 6-time WNBA All-Star and one of the league's all-time greats. Now, as the architect behind the 2-time champion Aces and the 2022 WNBA Coach of the Year, she knows what it takes to build elite teams. Even before Clark played her first professional game, Hammon recognized the extraordinary talent she was bringing to the league.
Give her flowers. She's done stuff that no man or woman, black or white, has ever done in college basketball. Give that woman her flowers.
Hammon's admiration for Clark only deepened after witnessing firsthand the impact she was making on the court, especially alongside fellow Indiana Fever cornerstone Aaliyah Boston. Hammon made it clear that the Fever were building something special.
An understanding between Aaliyah and Caitlin too, that they need each other. You both will be better when the other one is better. And, you become a legit two-headed monster with those two.
Hammon wasn't the only one giving Clark her flowers. Remember when Minnesota Lynx and Team USA head coach Cheryl Reeve downplayed Clark's impact at the start of the season? As the home team's coach, she brushed it off, saying, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side. How about not even one? Well, that statement aged about as well as a carton of milk left out in the sun. Fast forward a season, and Reeve is singing a completely different tune, now calling Clark a future Hall of Famer and acknowledging her undeniable influence on the WNBA. What are some things that stand out about Caitlin Clark? What I think makes her special. I know everyone will talk about the logo threes. Steph Curry did that for the NBA, right? Think about his popularity, this little guy, sleight of build, running around, splashing threes everywhere. It's exciting. So obviously, a future Hall of Famer and someone who has already made a great impact on the game. So what changed? Maybe it was watching Clark shatter records left and right, or maybe it was seeing firsthand the effect she's had on the league's growth. Either way, the shift in attitude is glaring. Funny how reality forces people to adjust their opinions, isn't it? Former Connecticut Sun head coach and current Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White also spoke highly of Clark from the very start. But White's praise carried extra weight, not just because of her coaching pedigree, but because of her deep ties to Indiana basketball. Having played her college ball at Purdue, where she led the team to a national championship in 1999, and later both played for and coached the Fever, White understands Indiana basketball like few others. Caitlin Clark and so many other athletes entering the WNBA are proving that endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors. White was one of Clark's earliest defenders, shutting down critics who doubted how quickly she could. Adjust to the pro game, guys. Chill out. It's going to be fine. It's 2 games an hour. You kidding me? She's a student of the game. She got better every year. You're not going to just absorb all this new information in 2 games or 2 weeks. It takes time, and she will. I have no doubt about it. Even after White's son eliminated the Fever in the first round of the playoffs. She had nothing but admiration for Clark and Indiana's young core. What makes this Indiana team so fun to watch is how much joy they play with. They love the game, they have fun together, and they don't take things too seriously. That energy is contagious. I think it's just the momentum, the movement we have right now. It's very exciting. And Caitlin, the impact she's had on this city, on this franchise, but also on the WNBA as a whole, something special. But it wasn't just her. Skills that impressed it was her poise, maturity, and ability to carry herself like a seasoned pro. Caitlin's a fabulous player, so naturally, she's going to get a lot of attention. But I think she's handled herself brilliantly, to be honest. It's tough for a young kid, but she's got the skills, and she's going to be an amazing pro. Next up is former Dallas Wings head coach Latricia Trammell. One of the most respected leaders in the WNBA, known for her grace and sportsmanship. Trammell has never been one to shy away from giving credit where it's due. After watching Clark rack up a record-breaking 19 assists against the Wings last July, she couldn't help but tip her hat to the Fever. I think all the players are excited about what she has brought to women's basketball. You have to give the young lady credit. She's an incredible talent. The praise for Caitlin Clark isn't just coming from fans, it's coming from the best minds in the game. And as the list of believers continues to grow, one thing is becoming clear. Clark isn't just changing the WNBA, you're redefining it. Everybody's been watching Caitlin. She's a great player, playing at a very high level, especially with her assists. There were so many shots she turned down because she was looking for her teammates. That just speaks volumes about who she is as a player. Don't know her personally, but as a player, she's great. She's been doing this since game 1, and I've got nothing but respect for her. She did her thing tonight. Just awesome all around. Asterisk then, there's Phoenix Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts, the man who led Diana Taurasi's squad before her retirement. He's had a front row seat to witness Clark's impact, and his assessment is simple. Caitlin Clark is a walking offensive threat, especially when orchestrating the pick and roll. Defenders don't just have to worry about her. Scoring, they have to account for her vision, passing, and elite ability to read the game. Her presence coming off a pick and roll puts you in a different situation just because of how far she can shoot it from. I thought we did a good job for the most part. Gave up a couple of transition threes, but she really competed on the ball. Asterisk. After the Fever swept the Mercury in the regular season, Tibbetts doubled down on his praise, giving credit not just to Clark, but also to her backcourt partner, Kelsey Mitchell.